wanted to make a video about waiting well in the midst of your season of surrender. I feel like this is something that's very, very difficult just because in your season of surrender, it's very hard to not compare yourself to how you used to be. Let's really talk about it because I feel like when you're in your season of surrender, you're letting things go. Like, for example, I quit my job. I quit my job and with like no plan. I was like, oh, about to step out of faith, quit my job. Yeah, I was like that for maybe 2 months. And then afterwards, I'm like, okay, God, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next. Whole time, it's been 3 months. It's been 5 months. It's been 6, 8, 7 months, right? Old jobs calling. Oh, we still have your job. Like, you can come back anytime. No, no, it's okay. Family members, I think you should go back to I think you should go back to your old job. Like, you're struggling. You should go back to your old job. Little, even the younger family members, like, you were a lot better off with that old job. And the whole time, it's like, obviously, you were better off at the old job. Like, you're looking crazy, basically, because it's like, you left this old job that was stable, that was giving you good money for what? For what? It doesn't make any sense. It logically, it doesn't make any sense. So you have like, you're in this season and around you, everybody's like confused as to what you're doing. And then you also don't know what this is all leading to. You don't know what the plan is that God has. So while they're asking you questions, you don't really have any answers because you don't know like what this is leading to. You just know, you felt that you needed to surrender it to God. You felt led to surrender it. And now you're just in the processing, right? So things are looking how they're looking, and you're feeling it, but people are seeing it on the outside and they're concerned too. They're like, what's going on? So I feel like it's definitely important to learn how to wait well in this season so that you don't get discouraged yourself. So it's very important that you stay steadfast and immovable in this season, and stay steadfast in what you've heard from God. Stay steadfast in the knowledge that you surrendered for a reason. You chose to surrender, you chose to let go for a reason. Hold strong to that because it is going to get difficult, but if you remember and stay true to what it is that God has told you, what it is that he has called you to do, then even in those hard times you will be able to wait well. Stay as the foundation. He is the reason why we're here. And so just being in his word and praying to him daily to lead and guide you each and every day, because when you're in a season of surrender, each and every day is very vital. You want to make sure that you're praying and you're reading God's word so that he can lead and guide you on what he's having you to do, on what he wants you to work on, or he can touch your heart in different ways, to show you like what you need to focus on or what you need to be doing. So being in your word is very important. When you're in this season, sometimes you could just be so like blinded by what you're going through that you can't see the bigger picture. And so sometimes it's good to seek out, a mentor or a coach or pastor, whomever, someone who can, who can speak from experience, who can speak from their knowledge, just about this season, about how you should be waiting, what you should be doing, what things you can be doing during this time to edify yourself, to get better. Because during this season of surrender, this is not just a, oh, break me down season. Like, this is also a season for you to be gaining skills, for you to be gaining knowledge and wisdom, So definitely seek out wise. When you're in also in this season, I suggest that you build your faith. So you surround yourself with people who, even if they don't understand what you're going through, they touch and agree with you. They speak life into you. reference and go back to what the Lord has said to you. Go back to the words that have been spoken over your life. Go back to the things that have been prophesied to you from years past. Read those continually. Listen to them continuously. Go back to it, because that is what keeps you motivated. When you have a vision of where you're going to be, even when it gets tough, even when it gets hard, you keep working because you know what you're working towards. So always go back to what the Lord has spoken to you, what has been spoken over your life, because that lets you know, I have a destination. Right now, the going is tough, but I have a destination. And then the last thing is just see God everywhere. See God everywhere. Like I said before, in this time, yes, you're being stripped spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You're being transformed. You're being changed. But this is not an opportunity for you to just be sad and depressed and just dwell on what you're losing. Think about what you're gaining. See God in everything. Go outside. Listen to the wind. See the majesty of God's creation. Do activities do something you've never done. And then do things that you enjoy. Hang out with people. This is not a time for you to be isolated. This is not a time for you to cut yourself off from people. This is a time for you to relearn God, to reset with God, and to really see what He has for you in this life. Have a heart of gratitude. Take into account every blessing that the Lord has given you. From the time you wake up, that's a blessing. Don't compare yourself to who you used to be, because you're going to greater. You're becoming a different person. You're becoming new. You're becoming greater. You're becoming what you wanted to become. You just didn't know you had to go through this to get there. So when you stay connected to God, build your faith, and see God everywhere, it will still be tough, but it will help you to wait well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me about your seasons of surrender. I know I have my story, so I know you guys probably have yours. This is no joke, but we can get through it together. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.